Hello and welcome to the Wolfchase Toyota Insider with the Memphis Tiger Network. I'm Jeff Brightwell alongside April Jauregui. And Coach, it was a good weekend. Got back on the winning track. In fact, didn't lose at all. Went a perfect 6-0 over the weekend. So I know you got to be feeling good going into the last 4 games of the season.
Yeah, our girls pointed out we haven't done that all year in terms of a weekend sweep, 3-0, 3-0. So it feels great. I think the chemistry was getting back on track. As you know, we've had a few adjustments, but I think I'm pleased overall that we were able to bounce back from a rough weekend the weekend before and get 2 wins and set ourselves up to still stay in the top 5 of conference.
It's kind of a neat weekend, too, at the Fieldhouse because volleyball, women's basketball played double headers on Friday and Sunday, helped out with the crowd. It's kind of exposed the teams that play over at the Fieldhouse to a lot of people.
Right. I'm sure not the most fun day for the game management staff. But we went 4-0 on the weekend with women's basketball, so I think it was a great environment. We had the band on Sunday for our game, stuck around for the women's game, so we had a blast. And, it was great to see the team support each other as well. Women's basketball was at our games, and then our girls, got a shower and came back and watched them beat Stanford on Sunday.
Let's talk about your matches. Let's go back to Friday. You knocked off Houston 3-0. I know that was a match you guys kind of had circled after you played them the first time down there.
Yeah, the difference of last weekend where we went into SMU Tulsa and they were gunning for us because we picked up those wins the first time around. It was kind of flipped the script a little bit. We know we didn't play our best volleyball when we went down to Houston. They have some great talent, but we served incredibly well. And again, I think just our energy, we had over 1,000 fans in the gym, and that helps a lot. Our only other conference home loss, we had UCF, which was a great battle, and then when we lost to Temple, but we had about 5 people there because we had a lot of conflicts that night. So to have a home crowd really gets the girls going, and I think it was a big difference in the feeling this weekend.
Hit that 20-win milestone, first time since 2007. You guys have been building toward that. I know it was nice to get that number.
Yeah, and I told them for Sunday, 21's better than 20. Yeah. And now as we go forward, 22's better than 21. So they've done some incredible things, and it's not a fluke where we're at right now. These were our original goals. My original goals were to be top 5 in conference. I thought if we could have a chance for a championship. That actually has panned out. We can't control what else. Still mathematically, there's a chance for a 5-way tie for first. Of course, we just need to go out Wednesday and take care of business and let the chips fall where they may.
You come back on Sunday, again, the Rio sweep over the Tulane Green Wave.
And Tulane's been struggling this year. It's not for lack of talent, that's for sure. They have some incredible players, and even in the third set, I went back and watched that last night to see what happened because they went on a big run, and it wasn't anything we were doing. They started to pick up their game and put some balls down, a couple errors on our side. They're a young team in certain areas. I think they'll be all right. But, again, for us to come back and just take care of it, put ourselves in a good position. The rest is great too. Not to have to battle out a match to 5 sets gets our girls better recovery on a short week.
Alexandra Petronevich got 18 digs in that match. She's now just 6 digs away from tying the record she set last year.
Yeah, how's it feel to break your own record? So she's done some phenomenal things in her career. I joke with her all the time from when I went to go see her in Serbia, 6 years ago, in a small little broken down gym with 4 people in it, and she passed 4 balls, and I said sold. To be the greatest libero in Memphis history is really phenomenal and a great accomplishment. I think obviously she should mathematically beat her own record in the next 4 games. And I really hope that the conference recognizes what she's put in this year. We can't control those things. That's out of my hands, but she's still leading the conference in digs. She's 7th in the nation in digs. Our team is 1st in digs, and she's a big reason for that.
A big team effort over the weekend. It goes 6-0, and Alicia Gomo ends up getting, I believe, on the weekly honor roll for the American this year.
Yeah, we had a lot of good performances. Alucci did great, and, Alexis did as well. And I think what Alucci really showed was 4 kills a set, 3 digs a set. And in our conference, a lot of outside hitters, come out of the back row. We're one of the few teams that both of our outsides stay in and play all 6 rotations. And earlier this season, actually, all 3 of our pin hitters stayed in and played all 6 rotations. So we really pride ourselves on that. And Alucci's come a long way. There's so much more room to grow. But, I'm excited for the next 4 games because we really need her, kill dominance on the outside. We just know we need to diversify our offense, and she's getting more sets just based on some changes. We need her to keep putting balls down. So I'm proud of her. She's been working hard and putting in the time. And like I said, there's still a lot of steps to take, but this at least gives some more motivation to push her even further.
You mentioned where you're sitting now. Before we look at Cincinnati and East Carolina, four matches to go, sitting in a tie for 3rd, couple games behind 2nd place, 3 out of 1st. So mathematically, in it. All you can do is control the 4 matches you're going to play from here on out.
Right, and we've talked about it all year, that it's a 10-week conference tournament, and you can look back at certain moments, and I don't really think you can pull out that SMU and Tulsa last weekend. They played well, we struggled, they beat us, but you can look back at the first time we played Houston. You know, you can look back that we had opportunities to take that game against UCF, and those things now kind of sting. But on the flip side, everyone's had something this year.
Right.
You know, SMU's had some injuries, Tulsa did too, and now they got players back. You know, Temple's playing great. And, you know, UCF has had a couple 5-setters. They've had 3 that they've pulled out. So, man, it's a few points away from anybody could have had it. Now, there's still a chance. So we're rooting for our opponents to go and take care of business this weekend. But it's all for naught if we don't go in. So we have to just keep doing what we're doing, keep plugging away, and let's cross our fingers a little bit here that some volleyball gods will be on our side.
Well, it's funny because any team that's been in this situation, you've been around athletics long enough, if you kind of take care of your business, a lot of times somehow you get that help around the league.
Yeah, and no matter what happens, the season that we've had, our girls can be incredibly proud. You know, to be talking about winning a championship, to put ourselves in contention, it's only room to grow for the future. And now the standard has been raised, the expectations are set, and nobody, you know, is going to look past us anymore. So we've really reestablished the program here to where it should be and where it's been in the past. So that's a great stepping stone. So it allows us to push these girls even further this spring and summer and demand more things from them. You know, we've shown them what it takes to get to this point, and now we can push them to even greater heights.
Well, let's talk about this week, because it's not this weekend. You've got the midweek game Wednesday night at home against Cincinnati, a team you beat 3-1 earlier this year on the road.
Yeah, it's been these midweek games are always tough. It's a quick turnaround. You know, I think it's more of just giving them some rest. I think at this point in the season we can't overtrain, even though we know we have a game. So we have to just minimize what we're doing. You know, with 2 short weeks left. You know, Cincinnati is a team that's always going to keep fighting. I mean, they're not a team you can count out for sure. And it was a close match the last time we played them. So to get it here at home and to be home with this travel midweek is definitely a better situation to be in than the first time around.
Final home match will be Friday night, East Carolina. If I'm correct, I know you beat them 3-2. Was that the first match this year? You were down 2-0, came back to win it 3-2.
No, Tulsa.
Tulsa,
we came back, and then against ECU, and we definitely don't want to put ourselves in that situation, but ECU is a much improved program and team. You know, Julie, the head coach there, has done a phenomenal job. And again, they've been fighting every match. So I know they're towards the bottom, but they've had a lot of 5-setters. They've been in matches. They're close. They have some really good talent on their team, so it's definitely not anything to overlook. You know, there'll be the emotion of the senior night as we play Friday, so hopefully that'll be in our advantage and, you know, come get a victory Friday as well.
What will that kind of be like? We'll talk more about the seniors next week, but what will that kind of be like? Because this class will leave with definitely something to look back on, as you mentioned already. A 21-win season, got things back on track, things moving forward now as they make their way out.
And, you know, 2 of which have been 4-year starters. You know, our libero, Aki, and Lauren Wright, formerly Lauren Hawkins. I think that'll be an emotional night, especially at, you know, her being out right now, and that's tough. You know, it's tough to have senior night and not be on the floor, but, you know, they've contributed so much to the team, you know, and Alexis has been a 3-year starter. So they've done a lot for the program, and to see them leave and leave on high notes and leave with career best is really what you want for your kids. You know, you want players to come in, leave better than when they came in, and not only just as players but as people and in the classroom. You know, Alexis is graduating in December. Lauren will be graduating. She has a 4.0. You know, Aki's about to get her MBA. So I can't say how proud I am of them, and I hope we can notch 4 more wins here to finish with the 25-win season. That would be great.
And with the 2 home games, you always want big crowd for any game, but everyone's at home this weekend in Memphis Athletics, so a huge crowd I think is definitely deserved Friday night to honor those players.
Yeah, Friday night and Wednesday night too. You know, like I said, they're still anywhere mathematically from 1st to 5th. I think this weekend will be the deciding factor in the conference to see what happens. But there's still a lot up in the air and up for grabs, and it's a fun atmosphere. You know, when you win, people come watch you play. You know, it's not rocket science. You know, I think our marketing department's done a great job, but like I told the team, they're not coming for the aviator glasses.
Right.
You know, they're coming to watch you guys play. You're fun. You know, we're athletic, we have lots of energy, and people want to support you when you're doing great things. So, again, thank you to all the fans and friends that are coming out. It definitely means a lot to me and to the players. All
right. Well, Coach, best of luck this weekend. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you.
That's Wednesday and Friday at the El Moron Fieldhouse, Cincinnati, Wednesday night, East Carolina on Friday. For the head coach, April Jauregui, I'm Jeff Brightwell for the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network.
Tiger fans, come out to the field house on Wednesday night as we take on Cincinnati at 7 p.m. We need the field house rocking, and we need you.
Don't forget, Wednesday night, 7 p.m., Memphis Volleyball versus Cincinnati at the El Marone Fieldhouse.
Go!